What's going on, y'all? Back with another video. So there's a small part of me that feel a little sympathy for the narcissists, considering their upbringing and what they had to deal with as a child. And I say that because narcissists have a way of kind of showing you where they missed out at as a child. And a lot of that, you see it in the way they show their jealousy towards other people and how, other people are treated by their parents. They miss that coming up. So a lot of times the narcissist, if they have someone in their life who is a mother figure, so to speak, they will somewhat try to reward them, and they will start to look at them as a mother, and they will even try to push aside that person's own children in order to kind of like put themselves in that position. So I hope I make sense saying that. But out of the 3 narcissists in my life that I've had to deal with, all 3 of them were manipulative in different ways. One of them seemed to have had some jealousy for the way, my children and I relate to each other, our relationship. And they would show it to me by buying me gifts that only a child would buy their own parent. And they would show a lot of jealousy towards, my children. And they would try to do things to put themselves in that position to be treated like they are my child. So that's a way that one of the narcissists would kind of show me that, the lack of parenting and love and affection that they didn't have as a child. They were pretty much soaking it up from me to the point where it got a little obsessive, and I started to see the signs of a narcissist in them, and someone who will kind of like manipulate themselves into my life. And they started to even feel entitled to being treated a certain way by me and stuff like that. And so when you really pay attention to things like that with narcissists, that kind of makes you, like, just a small part of you feel a little sorry for them and what they had to go through as a child. But at the same time, you have a choice. You have a choice to, look at it a different way. Well, not look at it a different way, because it is what it is. If a person was abused as a child, it is not their fault. However, when they become an adult, you have to take certain measures to help yourself heal. And when you don't do that, you're going to live with that pain forever. And some people become narcissists from that childhood abuse, and they become abusive to other people. And when they do that, you notice their toxic behavior, and you can't help but to call them out on it. And sometimes it becomes so much that you just completely forget about how sorry you felt for them and what they went through when they was a child. So it's just like, you can't beat yourself up and think that you're wrong for not helping them, because you're not responsible for what the narcissist went through. And you did everything that's expected of a normal person and how to treat others. But the narcissist, on the other hand, they had you fooled just like any other narc. Even though they did, had it bad as a child, that still doesn't give them the right to misuse you and abuse you and take advantage of what you were offering them. So just don't ever feel like you owe it to a narcissist to fix them, because it'll never get better. It's like you will just be giving and giving, and they'll take and take and take, until the point where you just will just drive yourself insane, and you'll finally realize that it's not helping them. And help is not what they were looking for to begin with. They were just looking for you and whatever they can gain from you. That's all they pretty much wanted out of it. It's like they don't want to get better. They don't want to heal. They're way past that. They're at the point where they have maneuvered their way through life just manipulating and hurting people. And they don't even see people as normal people. They see people as objects. They see people as someone they can just use. And by doing that, it makes them feel better. It makes them feel normal. They just have a different way of thinking, a very toxic way of thinking. And if you allow that to just completely drag you through different situations just because you think you're really helping them, it's not going to work. You're just going to always be wasting your time with that. So it's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. It's a narcissist, and were they treated bad as a child? And I don't know. I don't really even know what to title this video. It's just something that I wanted to get off my chest, because I don't want people to think like I think, that some narcissists, I didn't always think of them as being an evil person. I realized that they were evil after dealing with them for a long period of time. But at the same time, I understand that at one time, they wasn't always like that. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. That's it. Talk to y'all later.